This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
Time right now is 4:27 here. We finally made it to your Friday. Thanks for starting your day early with us here on Good Morning Indiana. I'm Lauren Casey.
And I'm Meredith Barrick. We begin with breaking news from overnight after 3 teenagers stole a man's truck and led police on a high-speed chase through Indianapolis.
Yeah, this started over on the east side, ended on the south side near the Garfield Park area. And you can see some video that we caught on the INDOT traffic cameras of that police chase. Again, teenagers involved in this. And this really just serves as a reminder for people. This truck was stolen that was involved in the chase. It's getting cold out there in the mornings. I know you want to start the car, get it warmed up, and wait inside while that warms up, then go out to your warm car, but it may not be there because thieves are looking for you. They're looking for those cars sitting out there running.
That is exactly what that man did. He had the keys in the ignition, basically inviting these teenagers to do what they did. And thankfully, though, there were no injuries in this, and those teens are now in custody this morning.
Yes, so just a reminder for everyone as it gets cold out there this morning. Another story we have, this one's only on RTV6. Rafael Sanchez is going to be telling us about Washington Square Mall. This is a spot where a lot of those stores have kind of bailed. It's falling apart, and we're looking at changes ahead.
Yeah, this was once a very popular mall, but like Lauren said, many of these stores have shuttered. Now, a new investor is coming in, hoping to give it a major makeover and revitalize what was once a bustling shopping center. So he's looking into what is exactly going to be done and when we can expect to start spending a little more money there.
Yes, always good for the community to have things in the stores. We don't want to have vacant buildings, that's for sure. We do want to talk to Alyssa Donovan this morning because it's chilly as you step out the door here. We've got another round of football games tonight, and we're looking ahead to that weekend.
And we are going to see those temperatures just a little bit below average today. Still, temperatures are starting in the 30s this morning. We have a frost advisory in place across Indiana because of those cool temps. We are actually one of the warmer temperatures this morning. As we head through the day, we'll see a little bit of cloud coverage, then those temperatures will only reach the low 60s, so just a little bit above average today. It's going to be a cooler day once again, and then as we head into the weekend, we'll see a little bit warmer temperatures into the low 70s, a small chance of showers by Saturday evening and overnight. Besides that, though, it's going to be a nice weekend with plenty of sunshine. Those temperatures just a little bit above average with those highs in the low 70s.
All right, Alyssa, and you're going to be heading out to Lawrence North later for Friday Football Frenzy, so I hope you brought a lot of layers.
Bundle up.
Yes. And it's hard to believe the regular football season for high school is over.
I can't believe it. I feel like it was warm for so long. It felt like the beginning of the season, but now we're inching to the end of October, and we are getting close to sectionals, so we're going to be at Lawrence North talking to the students there, getting them fired up for tonight's games, and talking to you about all the games you can see across Central Indiana tonight. That's coming up right here in Good Morning Indiana.
This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
3 teens caught after stealing a vehicle and leading police on this chase. The warning police have for drivers to keep their cars secure.
And we're learning more details about the deal in the works for General Motors employees. We'll break down benefits workers could receive if that deal goes through.
And a vacant house is falling apart and causing damage to a neighbor's property. What they want the city to do to fix the issue. 4:30 on your Friday morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Meredith Barrick.
And I'm Lauren Casey. Alyssa Donovan is with us here this morning, taking a look at our Friday forecast, and it's starting out pretty chilly.
Yes, it's a cool start today. A lot of areas in the 30s this morning. We also have some frost starting to develop on the ground, so that kind of tells you just how chilly it is and how chilly it was overnight. We'll continue to see that developing this morning. We have that frost advisory in effect for all of Indiana, including Central Indiana, until 8 a.m. this morning, so just be aware of that as you head out today. We are seeing those temperatures below average today. We are in the low 30s to the north, 34 in Peru and Tipton. We're at 39 in Indianapolis, and as we head through the morning, we're going to continue to see that drop off a little bit yet. So as you head out your door, you're definitely going to want a jacket because it's going to feel very chilly out there. High pressure still in control. We'll see a few clouds filter through this afternoon, but mostly we'll see plenty of sunshine as you head out the door right around 7:30, 8 a.m. Those temperatures still in the 30s will warm into the low 50s by the noon hour. Highs today only only into the low 60s, so it's going to be a cooler day once again with a little bit more cloud coverage for your afternoon. Coming up, I'll have details on your weekend forecast.
All right, Alyssa, thanks so much. We're keeping a close eye on traffic this morning, and here's a live look at I-465 and Ditch Road. This is up on the north side of town where you can see headlights moving across your screen. Lanes are open here, both eastbound and westbound. No delays here to slow you down. So let's take a look over on the northeast side where traffic's traveling up to speed. I-465 here near Pendleton Pike. We'll continue to monitor any crashes or delays this morning. We're also going to be looking ahead to weekend construction. A lot of closures going into effect tonight. I'll break those down for you in my full traffic report.
We are following breaking news on the south side. That's where a police chase involving 3 teens and a stolen pickup truck ended. It started around 2 this morning at a hotel near 21st and Post Road. Police say the truck was running when the teens hopped in and drove off. The truck's owner told police there was a weapon inside. The chase ended at Garfield Park. Police say this serves as an important reminder to not leave your vehicles running unattended.
I know it's terrible having to go out and get into a cold vehicle, but the extra 5 or 10, 15 minutes of being in a cold car is a lot better than the unfortunate result here, where this gentleman, this victim, has probably several thousands of dollars of damage to his vehicle.
Now, none of the teens were injured and the truck only suffered minor damage. We are learning new information this morning about a crash that left 5 people hospitalized. Police now say alcohol was likely a factor. The crash happened in Whitestown around 5:30 last night. Officers say a semi-truck hit a car at the intersection of State Road 267 and Indianapolis Road. The 5 people inside the car were injured. Their conditions have not been released.
At 4:33, more witnesses are set to testify this morning in a trial of a northern Indiana woman who's charged in the deaths of 3 siblings at their bus stop. Investigators say Alyssa Shepard disregarded a school bus stop arm in Rochester, hitting and killing 9-year-old Olivia Stahl and her 6-year-old twin brothers Mason and Xavier Engel. The crash happened last October. Our news gathering partners at WROI Giant FM Radio have been inside the courtroom since that trial started, and that station talked to Olivia Stahl's father.
We need to kind of stay calm with it, let the trial occur. It's a struggle for us and everybody involved as is. Our community is shook by it, not just here in Fulton County, but Pulaski County where we reside and neighboring counties.
Well, Shepard faces several charges, including reckless homicide.
Funeral services will be held this morning for the Indiana State Police trooper killed in a car crash last week. A visitation was held on Thursday for Trooper Peter Stephen at Crossroads Community Church in Kokomo. People who had never met the trooper paid their respects, including law enforcement from other parts of the country, like Carlos Sosa Vizcarra with the Minnesota State Patrol.
It doesn't matter if you're a trooper, if you're a sheriff deputy or a police, it's just a big brotherhood. Everybody comes together and shows support to the families.
The funeral starts this morning at 11 o'clock, also at Crossroads Community Church. The public is welcome to attend. Governor Holcomb also ordered flags to be flown at half-staff today to honor Trooper Stephen. They will remain lowered until sunset.
At 4:35, we have new details this morning on a tentative deal between General Motors and the United Auto Workers Union. The overall package from the company is valued at $9 billion. That's up from the company's original offer of $7 billion. The agreement means 9,000 jobs retained or new, and the 4-year deal includes 3% pay raises for 2 of the years and 4% lump sum payments for the other 2. UAW workers have been on strike for more than a month now. Union leaders spoke on the deal yesterday and thanked communities across the country for their support.
Incredibly, profoundly impacted by the overwhelming support of the community, of the different cities that we are in, of this nation. This strike actually became more than just a strike for the UAW. It was about the hearts and minds of American workers and the middle class.
Well, the union is now sending the agreement to the membership for voting. That's scheduled to start tomorrow. Employees will continue to strike during that time.
Working for you, another family is reaching out to RTV6 with concerns about abandoned homes in Indianapolis. They say a crumbling house next door is more than an eyesore, and it is even causing damage to their property. Scott Harvey and his wife Donna live on Tuxedo Street on the east side. You can see the home next door has overgrown trees in the front yard and trash littering the lawn. We checked into the property and found the city has owned the home since 2017, but complaints about trash, weeds, and requests to have the property boarded up date back to 2011. Each complaint has been investigated and closed.
The bricks fall off the chimney and hit my house, and it's tore down my fence. Just the whole side of my house has been tore down by it, you know. It's just a disgrace.
RTV6 took those issues to the city again. A spokesman with the Department of Business and Neighborhood Services is contacting the proper agencies about the problems, and we have learned the house is in the process of being sold with a proposal to rehab it.
Well, it's the time of the year haunted houses across the area are pulling out all the stops to scare anyone who dares to visit. But one haunted house up in Anderson is doing more than giving good scares. They're supporting a big cause. Stillwell Mansion, his mansion, is having a special event on Thursday night to benefit the LGBTQ community. That event was put on by Paul Lanner and his organization, Haunters Against Hate. He started the group back in 2016 after the Pulse nightclub shooting in Orlando that killed 49 people. Lanner now travels the country to places like Stillwell Manor to raise money for LGBTQ youth organizations. Last night, money from the event was given to the Muncie Outreach.
It's very difficult times we're living in right now, and there's a lot of hate, and hate crimes are on the rise. So I feel this is even more important now, especially for youth.
Well, Laura Janney from Muncie Outreach says support like this is helping her organization save lives. You can learn more about Haunters Against Hate or Muncie Outreach on the RTV6 app. The impeachment inquiry takes an interesting turn as President Trump's chief of staff appears to confirm quid pro quo. Coming up, what he disclosed about the administration's dealings with Ukraine.
A top e-cigarette company is making a big change. Still ahead, what Juul is doing to reduce their appeal to young people. Alyssa.
And a very chilly start to our Friday morning. Those temperatures in the 30s, but we have a pretty nice weekend ahead. I'll have all the details coming up.
Drive at Honda of Fishers.
Welcome back to Good Morning Indiana. The time right now is 4:41 here on your Friday, and we're keeping a close eye on your commute as they're heading out the door. Here's a live look on the northwest side, I-65. This is at 56th Street where traffic is moving along just fine. No crashes here to slow you down. Stay tuned. We'll have more coming up in my full traffic report.
Here are some stories making national headlines today. History will be made in space as two women prepare to complete the first all-female spacewalk. And as for astronauts, Christina Cook and Jessica Meir will conduct the first all-female walk in NASA's 61-year history. Meir is a marine biologist and Cook is an electrical engineer. They will replace a broken battery charger on the International Space Station.
Starting today, imports of single malt Scotch whiskey, Italian Parmesan cheese, Spanish olives, and British wool are going to cost you more. Unless there's a last-minute reprieve, the Trump administration will begin imposing 25% tariffs on nearly $7.5 billion worth of European goods. The World Trade Organization formally gave the go-ahead for the U.S. to create these trade sanctions on Monday. They're in retaliation for the European plane maker Airbus receiving illegal subsidies.
The president's acting chief of staff making an astounding statement from the White House podium. Mick Mulvaney seemed to confirm that the Trump administration withheld millions in military aid from Ukraine for political purposes. ABC's Inez de la Cotera explains.
Overnight, President Trump still slamming the impeachment inquiry.
And now they continue the outrageous impeachment witch hunt with nothing.
As his acting chief of staff, Mick Mulvaney, appears to confirm the very thing House investigators have been looking into.
And I have news for everybody. Get over it. There's going to be political influence in foreign policy.
Acknowledging the Trump administration did withhold military aid to Ukraine in part to pressure Ukraine to investigate the Democrats.
But to be clear, what you just described is a quid pro quo. It is funding will not flow unless the investigation into the Democratic server happens as well.
We do that all the time with foreign policy.
It contradicts what the president has been saying for weeks.
There was no quid pro quo at all.
Mulvaney later claiming his comments were misconstrued, writing in a statement, "The only reasons we were holding the money was because of concern about lack of support from other nations and concerns over corruption."
Things have just gone from very, very bad to much, much worse.
Meanwhile, written testimony from EU Ambassador Gordon Sondland, obtained by ABC News, shows Sondland testified the president's personal lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, told him that if the Ukrainians wanted a meeting with the president, they would have to issue a statement promising to investigate Democrats and the company that Hunter Biden had been doing business with.
This all happening as Energy Secretary Rick Perry handed in his resignation. Perry has emerged as a key witness in the House impeachment inquiry. Both he and Mulvaney have until the end of the day today to hand over documents related to Ukraine that they were subpoenaed for. Inez de la Quintera, ABC News, Washington.
Time right now is 4:45. A lawsuit has been filed on behalf of 10 people hurt in a hotel collapse in New Orleans last weekend. At least 2 people were killed Saturday when the Hard Rock Hotel, which was under construction, collapsed. 1 person remains unaccounted for still this morning, and officials say the chances of finding them alive is slim. At least 30 people were hospitalized. That lawsuit is suing several construction companies for liability and negligence. The plaintiffs say they suffered head and back injuries as well as respiratory issues due to that collapse.
Leading e-cigarette company Juul says it will stop selling vape flavors that are popular with young people. This comes after more than 30 people died from a vaping-related lung disease in the U.S. Juul says only tobacco, mint, and menthol flavors will remain for sale in stores. Their mango cream, fruit, and cucumber flavors have already been removed from online stores. They were only available online after they pulled them from store shelves last year. Juul says they will still be sold outside of the U.S. The company is also suspending all TV, print, and digital advertising. Juul's CEO says he hopes the move will build trust in the vaping industry. And the number of vaping-related injuries continues to climb in Indiana. The Indiana State Department of Health says there were 33 confirmed cases of lung injuries from vaping. There are also 51 probable cases. 3 people in Indiana have died from vaping-related lung injuries. The Indiana Department of Health says while vaping is the underlying factor in these lung injuries, it's still unclear what specific vaping products, brand, or substance is causing these cases. At 4:46, let's take a look at the weather with Alyssa Donovan.
And it is a chilly start today across the Midwest. You can see that cool air has really settled in. All of us are in the 30s this morning, including here in Indianapolis and central Indiana. We are at 39 degrees in Indy, 34 right around Peru and Tipton, 37 in Muncie. And we are going to see those temperatures drop just a couple degrees yet this morning. That is due to those clear skies we're seeing and that cool air that's in place with that high pressure. We also have some frost on the ground this morning as you head out the door. A frost advisory in effect until 8 a.m. today. So we're going to continue to see that develop over the next couple hours here. That's due to that cool air that is in place, those cool temperatures as well. So we have mostly clear skies to start out this morning. We're not going to see a lot of cloud coverage as we head through the day. Maybe a few clouds this afternoon, but for the most part, it's going to be a clear and sunny day. However, a cooler day still. Those temperatures only into the low 60s this afternoon. Usually we are in the mid 60s by this time of year. We are going to continue to warm as we head into the weekend just a little bit. So that high pressure is in place, and we're going to continue to see sunny skies as you head out the door this morning. Temperatures will be in the 30s by the noon hour. We are going to warm quickly into the low 50s, climbing into the 60s this afternoon. Again, not a lot of cloud coverage today and light winds. It's going to be a cool and calm day in the weather department. Looking ahead to the weekend, Saturday, a mixture of sun and clouds throughout the day, and then we do have just a small chance of a stray shower by the afternoon and overnight hours. A better chance that most of us will stay dry, but we can't rule out seeing a quick shower by the evening. 69 degrees for the high. Sunday, 72, mostly sunny skies. That's going to be our lull before the next system moves in. So we have a great weekend ahead. Those temperatures will be a little bit above average. Going to be a great one to get to those pumpkin patches and any outdoor activities you have planned. Next, we have this system that's going to move in on Monday. That cold front will push across, bringing us a better chance of showers and thunderstorms to start off our week, and then we'll see those temperatures drop a little bit by Tuesday morning. Today, we are starting cool. Temperatures in the 30s with those clear skies, a little bit of cloud coverage throughout the day. 60s for our high, low 60s, so a little bit cool today. as you head out for Friday football, temperatures are going to be cool. You're going to need a jacket tonight. Kickoff 57 degrees, light winds and clear skies. By the time that game is over, we are into the low 50s and upper 40s. Today, again, 63 for the high, mostly sunny skies. Really nice weekend ahead. Just a small chance of a stray shower on Saturday.
Alyssa, thanks so much for keeping a close eye on traffic this morning. And here is a live look right now up on the north side of town, I-465 at Allisonville Road. Traffic in this area looks to be traveling up to speed this morning. No major issues to slow you down. So let's take a look right now at our Traffic Now map. Want to look ahead to this evening. We do have ramp closures going into effect here on the Southport Road. The ramp will close getting onto northbound and southbound I-65 at 9 o'clock tonight. This will remain closed until tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. So just a heads up, if you travel there on the south side of town, you can take County Line Road to get on the interstate as a detour there, or use US 31 to hit I-465, the East Street exit. Let's take a look right now in the downtown area. Use caution here at the south split. This is I-65 and I-70, where we do have one ramp closed, or one lane closed rather, at this hour. We'll continue to keep a close eye on any issues for your morning commute and keep you updated.
A federal organization is proposing for incline baby sleepers to be banned. That's after the popular product has been implicated in dozens of infant deaths nationwide. The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission proposed banning the sale of sleepers that have more than a 10-degree incline. They say bigger inclines cause babies to roll their heads too far forward or to the side, which can cause them to suffocate. A number of child safety groups are supporting the proposal. The ban still has to be approved by the full commission.
Time right now is 4:50. One company is saving bees by turning them into super bees. The Argentina-based startup called BeeFlow, it's developed a nutrient-packed formula for bees to boost their immune systems and allow them to work in colder temperatures. Their main goal is to help farmers with crops by allowing the bees to pollinate longer. The company's CEO says the new formula allows bees to make 7 times the amount of flights during cold weather. And Jennifer Aniston now in the Guinness Book of World Records. Just after the break, the record she took from Prince Harry and Meghan Markle.
New ideas are popping for a mall that's been troubled for a number of years. The major changes coming up at 6 a.m. when I join Lauren and Meredith on Good Morning Indiana.
I'm Vinny Politan. Coming up today on Court TV, high drama in the courtroom. On the witness stand, a confessed killer. It's Florida versus Jimmy Rogers. But the man who says he murdered Dr. Teresa Sievers with Jimmy Rogers is now testifying against Rogers after taking a deal for 25 years. And today he'll be cross-examined. That's live today on Court TV.
And don't forget, you can watch the all-new Court TV live on your mobile device by visiting CourtTV.com. We'll be right back.
Beautiful jewelry.
Jennifer Aniston debuted her Instagram account, breaking the internet and a Guinness World Record. The actress joined the social media platform on Tuesday and actually temporarily crashed the app. In just 5 hours and 16 minutes, she had 1 million followers. That broke the world record set by Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. They hit 1 million in 5 hours and 45 minutes.
Wow. Well, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas at Bluebell, the ice cream maker, announcing it's releasing its holiday flavor early this year. Their Christmas cookies flavor went on sale yesterday. It's a combination of sugar cookie ice cream with chocolate chips, snickerdoodle, and sugar cookies. There's also Oreo sprinkles and a green icing swirl. Bluebell says it will only be available for a limited time. I could get me some of that right now.
I love Christmas ice cream. I love the peppermint ice cream.
Oh, I like peppermint.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Can't go wrong with that.
That's one of my favorite times. Even though it's so cold outside, I still want
it could be year-round.
to eat ice cream.
Yeah.
A couple Christmas stories this week. I think it means you can.
It means you can get the
decorating
stuff out of the attic.
boxes.
I'll tell Brooks that. Yeah. All right, but in the forecast,
it feels winter-like.
Winter-like this morning as you step outside. Those temperatures in the 30s across the area. We have a frost advisory in place until 8 a.m. this morning. 63 for the high today, so still below average, mostly sunny skies. And then we are going to see a really nice weekend ahead with those temperatures just a little bit above average. Maybe a stray shower late Saturday, but besides that, sunshine and clear skies for the weekend. Our better chance of showers and thunderstorms comes in on Monday, only in the upper 50s by Tuesday.